Yeah, there's been different times where it'll just be me and Michael. Then there'll be other times where he has other friends over too. That's what, like what Brett said, it's just a slumber party. We just have a lot of fun.
And I've slept in the same bed as Michael. It's just you watch cartoons, you fall asleep. It's just a friendship. And I know he would never do anything to hurt my brother. He's the nicest guy you've ever met.
Alright, so at 9 years old, things are starting to happen for you?
Yeah, we moved to America, and Michael helped me out in the beginning, put me in a couple of his videos, and that helped me get like a dance agent and that sort of thing. And so I started dancing in other people's videos, and then got a theatrical agent, started doing commercials and did like guest episodes in Full House and shows like that. And when I was, I think, 11, I got in a rap group, a rap duo, me and this other kid, and we ended up being signed to Sony Records and did an album there. And that's what sort of got me interested in music production. One of the best things I ever had was my teachers, actually, which was my mother, my grandmother, and Michael. And the things that they taught me was, if there was anything that I wanted, they taught me how to visualize. I think the most important thing for kids is to really figure out what they want, realize that anything is possible. So don't hold back in your dreams. Always shoot as high as you possibly can, but be detailed about it.
And you started as a youngster dancing with Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Going to the ring.
No.
Are you still friendly with Michael?
Yeah, we still talk every couple months, catch up.
You do, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's he like?
What's he like? He's a good guy.
He's a good guy?
Yeah.
Show me where he touched you. Nothing ever,
place he touched you, bro.
nothing ever like that? No nonsense, no shenanigans?
No, but it's like, as long as people don't forget, how talented he is and what he's done for the music industry. Think whatever you want about him, but you can't deny his talent. Yeah.
What's the most misunderstood thing about Michael Jackson, do you think, that you know him? Probably a number of things.
I don't know, that anybody that lives that life is not going to be your average dude. You know what I mean? In the simple ways, I mean.
Yeah.
You live that kind of life and that sort of fame from 5 years old. You're not going to go about your everyday like everybody else, because you've never lived a life like everybody else. So how would you know how to do that? Exactly. And I think people take those simple things and turn them into something, 10 times, 100 times more strange than they are.
One of the things I noticed about you, and this goes back to why I said you were a stand-up guy, we covered the trial, and you were one of the few people to stick up for him. Mm-hmm. And why do you think that was? And why was it important for you to stick up for him?
Because he's always been a friend to me. That's what you do for friends, you tell the truth, I can't speak for him, but it would be an absolutely painful thing for anybody to go through. And then there's obviously such a huge connection between Michael Jackson and MTV and really starting this real music video generation on MTV. I mean, Michael was really the king of that. So I like all of those connections, and obviously my connection with Michael and all of that coming together is kind of just one of those serendipitous things where all the elements have come together. So I'm excited for a lot of reasons to be a part of this. In general, with Michael, just had a wonderful relationship. I learned so much from him as an artist and as a kind human being. And it's my goal to try and just continue as much as I can in my own little world. We talk so much about him as the pop legend, which is important, but it's nice to really remember that he was a man, that he was a father, and that's what it's really about, is a father and his children. And he was a wonderful dad, and at least they had the time with him that they did. But I'm starting on Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson show. So it's the equivalent of the Beatles Love show that they have, or the Elvis show, but for Michael, which is exciting and terrifying all at the same time, because it's such a huge responsibility. But that was why I took it on. Michael was such a huge part of my career and life. We were friends for 20 years before he passed, since I was 7. So it's an opportunity for me to give back a little bit to his legacy. It's such a big part of his legacy, and to make sure as much as I can that it's done right and that it really represents his essence.
I am Wade Robson. I am a lying son of bitch. I am ungrateful, I am greedy as fuck, and I will do anything for money. I hate MJ for giving me and my family fame and a life when we were nobody in Kangaroo Land. I hold a personal grudge against MJ for not giving me what I wanted. I am greedy as fuck and I want a lot of money and I will do anything to get it. I am the worst scumbag on earth and a lot of gullible idiots believe in me. I will play the victim card until I get my bag of money.